Hey guys, Big Air 01 coming at you with another video on my 2024 Yamaha FJR 1300 ES. In this video, we're going to install the Motorad bar risers on this bike. It's going to be pretty simple, pretty easy to do, I believe. And I wanted to kind of give you a view of me sitting on the bike and, you know, just the leaning that there is there on this bike currently. I kind of wanted to sit it up a little bit more like this, so hopefully that's where I get to. But I'll go through the steps on how I'm going to install the riser. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Okay, so we're over here on the bench. I ended up purchasing the MV Motorad Technic bar risers. They're actually from Germany, long ways from home. They didn't take too long to get. They were pretty quick. The website was a little bit difficult to navigate, but I think I figured out which ones I needed. So I'll make sure I put an actual description or what I bought in the description down below. It came with some instructions both in German and also in English. It came with a bunch of hardware to install. For the tools, you're going to need a 19 mil to remove the stem bolts. You've got, I believe, a 6 mil Allen, a 5 mil Allen, a 4 mil Allen, and a 2.5 mil Allen. You're going to need an 8 mil socket and also a 17 mil socket. So 19, 17, and 8. So basically what we're going to do is, looking at the bike here, we have to remove these two bolts here. You can see these two bolts, and this bracket's going to come off. And then on the other side, we're going to raise up that clutch cable. So I'm going to start with the clutch cable because it's kind of the tightest spot to get in there. Okay, so we're going to, I know it's a little tight, it's a little hard with the camera, but we're on the left side of the bike. Remove this bolt. I recommend that you put some sort of blanket on your bike so that it doesn't scratch your paint. Basically what's going to happen is this is going to get pushed up, sort of like that. Okay, I'm just going to tighten these up. Okay, so you can see that all your looms are still pretty loose. All it's done is basically move that clutch cable up a full inch or so, which will help you with not binding. Now we're going to work on this side. You're going to need, I believe those are 4 mils. Okay, you can see I've got both bolts out and the tab. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to push those forward. Be able to push them forward. So I'll go get the block. Okay, so you're going to have your block here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install the block on there first. And again, we're just going to loosely put it on there just so we can get it to where we need it to. Right, and then you should be able to just pull these forward like something like that, and then we'll put the one in through the side. Okay, so I got it in there now. I guess it's a little hard with the camera in the way, so I had to do it off camera, but basically I just pushed this forward and up a little bit, lined up the hole, and kept this one threaded in it, and now it's brought it up. So it's pushed the whole package forward. Okay, so we're going to remove these two caps, and you're going to need your 2.5 mil Allen. Okay, so then you're going to need your 6 mil Allen to unlock or undo the bolts. Next, you're going to need your 17 mil socket to undo the big bolts. Okay, so it should look something like that. So your throttle cables have to be taken out of there's a clip right here. I'll show you after, and then it gets zap strapped on the outside, just because I guess it helps with the steering. So, okay, so the next step we're gonna do is you've got your plate. It's gonna slide over the bolts, and then you got to push from the bottom and use your stock bolts. They're good and tight. I think they're supposed to be 50 Newton meters. Okay, so I noticed this right here, this loom here. If you lift up on the tab, you got to loosen up your loom so that the wiring can be pulled forward a bit. But yeah, so that little, it's hard to show you, but there is a zap strap there that you undo, and it will loosen up the wires so that it's easier for you to pull the bars forward. Okay, so you're going to use the bolts and that were provided to you. So you got your big bolt, and then you also have the little bit longer Allen one. So you're going to line up the two holes, something like that. I'm going to try to keep it as stock as possible when it comes to like the angle of the bars. I'm going to get it for the most part all just loose, and then I'll tighten everything all up at the very end. Just noticed something. So you have your stock Allen, and then you also have your longer one. So the stock one is going to go in the actual bars themselves, and then the longer one, because this is too short to go in this hole, I forgot to put these in. So okay, again, we've got the long one's going to go in the front in this hole over here, and then this one's going to go in this one. Okay, so it's a little tight, so there's a little zap strap right there that I've had to cut. As you can see I cut it. Just don't cut your loom, because this side's a little tight with all this wiring. So I'm just trying to give it some more space and room. There's actually two. There's another one over there that we're gonna have to cut. Okay guys, before I totally finish this off, a few things that I wanted to mention. You're going to use your stock bolts here on these ones here, and again, these go to 17, these go to 17 Newton meters, and then these go to 50 Newton meters. Okay, those ones in all four, 50 and 17. Okay, so I just hand tighten them. I'm not going to worry about doing that, but a few things I wanted to talk about. So the throttle, it tells you to put the throttle cables, which are these two cables on the outside. But the minute you put them on the outside, they start to stretch, and it's really hard for you to turn one way. So I put them back on the inside, and they seem to be fine. Under here, there is a loom holder right here that holds your wiring. I took them out on this side, and I left them in on this side. They seem to work fine. You can hear, that's just the center stand twisting. But for the most part, everything looks like it's working the way it should be. I gotta redo up that zap strap there. But I think the zap strap that they provide to you apparently is something that you have to put in here somewhere. So I'll try to figure out where that is. I'll mention that at the very end of the video. And of course you got some caps that go over top of this, and then you've got a ball that goes in the middle. So let me tighten this all up, and then obviously these little screws here, they go in the top of the bolt that hold your caps on. So let me finish this all up. Okay, so I've got it all buttoned up. Remember, it's 50 newton meters, 50 newton meters on the big bolt, and then 17 newton meters on the two smaller bolts. And then I installed the little ball that it comes with. I didn't mention that in the very beginning, but it does come with a ball. I'm sure you could put a ram mount on there, but this is something that obviously could be handy in the future. So now I'll take some photos of the me sitting on it, and then maybe down the road I'll do a quick review on this riser. A few things though, obviously, you're going to want to loosen up your wires a bit as best you can so that you have no binding, right? So you're going to hear a little bit of back and forth. That's just the rubber going back and forth on the looms and stuff. The other thing that you got to worry about, obviously, is I would watch for any wear and tear on some of these wires, looms, while you're, just regularly check on them. I had an issue where the cables were, they tell you to put the cables on the outside of this little bracket, but I ended up putting them on the inside because they were stretched too much. What you want to do is you want to fire up the bike, and then you're going to basically turn it side to side to make sure that the throttle doesn't come up on its own, because that'd be really dangerous, right? So you want to make sure that your throttle is working properly. So let's try that right now. Okay, so one thing I did notice right there, which I'm not too impressed about, is at that angle, the throttle is a little sticky on the left turn. So I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. It shouldn't be binding in there, but it is, and that's not good. Like, it's really stiff. It doesn't want to snap back. Alright guys, so like I said, I wanted to do a proper review on this bar riser that I purchased, and I was a little apprehensive in the start just due to the fact that there was your throttle cable that kind of gets bound up a little bit. But I want you to know that I have been riding this bike for a year now, since I've started making this video, and I've found a solution that probably will work for most of you, and that's this wiring, or this basically this clear vinyl tubing. Okay, it's like 3/8. If you cut it down the middle, and you put a little piece on there, which I'll show you here in a second, it does help with any sort of abrasion, and that was my only worry. I have had zero issues riding this bike for a year now, the way I've done it. So, but I wanted to share it with you and explain it to you that I do like the bar risers, and you are seated a bit more straight up, and it's a little bit more comfortable to ride over a long period of time. You don't lean over so much. So I'm just going to show you what I did, and yeah, I mean, these the wiring was quite tight. the throttle cables and stuff like that are kind of tight over this block that we put in there, and so it is a little bit worrisome at the start, but I haven't had any issues so far. So this is your throttle cable right here, and it sits on top of this block that you put in here. And so I was really concerned that it was going to wear through, but I mean, it's this plastic piece that I put in here really helped with making it so that it doesn't rub on the cable every time you turn the handlebars. So it does protect it, which is, and it looks okay, right? I think I started off with like just a regular, you know, wiring loom, but in the end it looked funny and it was a little bit too big, and I found this 3/4 or 3/8 tubing that could go over top of it that looks like it actually belongs there. You can't even really tell because you can see it starts sort of right there and it ends up here. So it looks like it belongs there, but I just put it there to protect the throttle cable. I mean, I did notice right off the hop that if you do put it underneath, you are going to have a little bit of a weird throttle on one of the turns. Overall, I really like this Motorad bar riser. I mean, it does push it back a bit, and it was super easy to install in the end. Like I said, I was a little bit worried about the throttle, but it has caused me zero issues. So, but yeah, that's about what's going to do it for this video. If you like this video or thought it was helpful for you and all the tips and tricks that I did, please definitely drop a like. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the comment section down below, and I do my best to always answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, so thanks for watching.